Good morning.
Hey, yo, what the?
10K TV.
Welcome to another episode of 10K TV, presented by 10,000 Takes. I'm your host, Adam Oz, joined always by my co-host, Kevin Holm, and producer Dustin Luco, and producer Ryan. Will recover all things NFC North, with Kevin backing the Packers, Dustin supporting the Bears, and myself riding with the Vikings. Kevin, Super Bowl, it's officially Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
It's here.
Yeah.
The big game.
It's here. It's also Pro Bowl week. If you're listening to this, the Pro Bowl is today. You'd
Yeah.
be forgiven for not knowing because it does not matter and no one cares.
I thought that was the one meaningful game you guys keep talking about.
No, different game.
It was on a Tuesday.
Dustin, how many Pro Bowlers do the Bears have? Because I think the Packers have like
One or two, maybe?
Micah,
But Shadur.
who's not going to play,
Shadur's there.
and Keyshawn Nixon's going to the Pro Bowl.
Yep, I saw that.
So there's some alternates. Dustin, you guys got to have like.
I'd have to look. We probably have at
couple.
least one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Because
sure.
the Lions have the most.
Does
The Lions have
did
like
Loveland
6.
make it, maybe?
So the AFC quarterbacks, I did see it's Burrow, Joe Flacco, and Shadur.
Yeah.
So
One of these things is not like the other.
they're all. I mean, they're all just AFC North quarterbacks. Like Burrow, I get. Flacco for like his stint,
But at least
like-
Flacco's like been good at some point.
I guess.
I would say Flacco at his best this year is better than Shadur.
Yeah.
Like what?
We have 3 players in the Pro Bowl. 2 of them are offensive linemen.
Okay.
we got Joe Tooney, Drew Dahlman, and Kevin Byard.
Okay.
Okay.
Which makes sense because I think Kevin Byard might have led the league in interceptions.
That sounds like
He was definitely
I'm not gonna fact check.
he was definitely tied for first pretty late in the year.
Okay.
And yeah, so we have the Pro Bowl here,
Yep.
and before we go into news, maybe while we go into news, I'm gonna rip a couple shots of Malort preemptively
Yeah.
because I'm going to 0-2 for having the worst playoff bracket.
Yeah. So
And with the bets that we have next week,
you don't want to have possibly 4.
I intentionally made a bracket so bad that I could schedule it like this.
Yeah.
So you can start talking about whatever news. In
Okay.
fact, here before I start, let's all raise our hands if our team has a GM today.
We have an acting GM.
No, like a gonna be the GM.
We lost our
In the
assistant
future.
GM. Did we talk about that last week?
No.
Well, you guys
The Bears got screwed out of a pick.
But you guys don't have a GM.
Yeah, we do.
Who's? Oh, I guess it's good. It's your
Yeah.
owner. That's
We don't
right.
have an
You have
owner.
like you have Ed Policy, who's like the
Yeah.
the president.
Also, shout out to all of us. None of our teams have any owners in the Epstein files,
That's
which is
good.
crazy because the Packers have so many.
Yeah.
But
Well-
none of us have enough money.
Yeah, they all just have their
There
little
could be some
cheese
out there.
farms.
I don't.
We can't fact check that
I mean, we can't fact check it, but so as of right now, 0
at the moment.
confirmed.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's good.
So most NFL teams could say that, not the Giants, but
No, not the Giants.
yeah.
I'm sure the Dolphins probably can't
Yeah,
either.
so-
They have a lot. I'm sure one of them's on there.
So the news came end of last week, as it usually always does, kind of after. I'm glad it actually came out a few days after the episode came out because that's usually how it went.
Well, it's a
But
weird time to do this.
yeah, so that's where I'm going in with the Vikings fire general manager Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. I said in my kind of quick post or my recap that I sent in, and I'm not so much surprised by the firing, but I'm more so surprised by the timing because Kwesi was just down in Alabama for the Senior Bowl last week scouting. Like he was literally down there all week, and then he gets fired or relieved of his duties, however you want to phrase it.
That is the same thing.
Yeah, and so it's odd, and then all of a sudden, of course, those over the weekend reports have just been spewing out that it's growing tension between the coaching staff and the front office. So it feels like the Wilfs were just deciding to put an end to it and just say you're gone, you're done,
Yeah.
and I get it because. Just looking at the track record in the draft, obviously not so good. There's only a handful, literally just a handful in the four drafts. Yes, the 4 drafts that he's done.
Yeah.
That are still on the team.
Like one. outside of like the most recent draft.
Yeah, I mean, so like, there's not. I mean, well, there's still people from like the draft.
Will Reichard,
Will Reichert,
Jordan
Addison, Donovan Jackson, Levi Drake Rodriguez,
Dallas Turner.
That's a
Jalen Redmond.
made up man.
They're not. These are defensive linemen.
That guy had 3 names.
Jalen Redmond,
Dallas Turner.
Dallas Turner,
Showing
and
out
then
in training
obviously
camp.
JJ McCarthy.
Hopefully he does again this year.
He had a lot better numbers than Jared Verse this year. So
Okay.
But they didn't say
Who would
Jared
you
Verse
rather
was showing
have?
out in OTAs.
Dallas Turner.
Okay.
Because he's already done better than Jared Verse, and he's like 3 years younger.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
So yeah, this whole like the scheduling of this, like you said, this is a weird time to do it. If you're
Yeah.
gonna fire your GM, you would normally do it earlier.
Like a month
Immediately
ago.
after
Because
your
they
season
also
ends.
said shortly after this that you guys will not hire a new GM before the draft.
Yeah, so that's where it sounds like when they said CFO and our capologist, cap guru, Rob Brzezinski,
The guy who was behind the Adam Thielen trade, allegedly.
who Brzezinski.
Yeah. They said he overruled Kwesi. There's been a lot of rumors swirling.
Everything that I've seen that have come out has been all the negative stuff has been credited to Kwesi.
Yes, and
That's
I
how it
want
usually
to get to
goes.
that. So go on.
That's how it
we'll
usually
talk about the
goes.
spin. It's not at all how it usually goes.
Yes, it is. The fired party is always gets blamed. What do you mean?
I feel so. Let's just go all the way into it. So after this came out,
Yeah.
there were a slurry, a blizzard, a storm of background rumor, gossip mill, basically stuff the organization leaked to reporters to paint Kwesi in a negative light.
Which just happens all the time when a person gets fired.
It does happen a lot of times,
Like
but some-
coaches get blamed for the bad stuff when they get fired. They don't get like, oh, they were the right thing, but we fired them. That doesn't make any sense.
It's very weird though to me that you would fire a guy with like a bad record in the draft, like objectively a really bad record of draft picks, and then go out there and go, and this fucking guy was taking paternity leave. What an asshole. Like it's just gross. I don't know why that was necessary.
Well,
It's like middle
it
school
took 2
girl
weeks
drama.
of paternity leave. Who gives a shit?
Well, the NFL is different, but yes.
So you're saying you shouldn't have taken paternity leave?
taking
anti-child.
taking paternity leave, and when you're in the NFL, like especially like a GM, that's different than the paternity leave that we consider, like in our day-to-day lives. Because
Didn't it say he was working from home still though?
because
Yes.
because then the thing is,
did say that.
the reports also say that he was completely unavailable during actual like times, and he
when
made
the, when
he
the
had-
kid was being born.
he had like weird times of being available.
his schedule was
schedule
weird.
made it weird, and that's where it was like
But like, is that necessary after
But, like,
the fact to roast
how many,
a guy?
How many GMs or how many like coaches of the NFL do you ever hear of them taking like 2 full weeks of paternity?
we didn't-
Well, they're
we didn't
usually
hear-
they're
we didn't
usually
hear
like
about him.
55 to 60-year-old dudes.
Yeah, and we also didn't hear about this until after they fired him. So it's not like we're hearing about it at the time. I think
Well, you know, of
I think when guys
course.
take paternity leave, we
This-
don't
but
normally
that-
hear about it.
I don't
It's
know why
not
you're
news.
acting like this is just separate just to the Vikings. This happens with every single team when they
I-
fire someone. All the dirty laundry comes out. That's what happens. You keep it in house when the guy is obviously still employed by the team. But then when that happens, then of course they're going to let it out because he's no longer with the team. You're not
Maybe-
protecting
maybe
him
this
anymore.
is
Like,
why
that's not surprising.
America
to
has
me.
like a foothold on American football because
There's too much paternity
because
leave.
Europe is like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we'll give you like 6 months.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
why their
And you
football
can't
teams
draft.
suck.
Yeah.
Well,
That's, then you end up drafting JJ McCarthy. And it's like, you can't have that.
Sure. Yeah. So the reports keep talking about how it does. Take all of this with a big grain of salt because, like I said, this is what happens when a fired party gets canned in the NFL. They get all the bad stuff that has ever happened to the team gets blamed on them. The positive stuff sticks with the people that are staying there. So it sounds like Kevin O'Connell and the coaching staff was more responsible for the people that they were targeting in free agency, the contract negotiations, all of that stuff, the big positive things that people would normally say, well, Kwesi's not good in the draft, but he's at least had good free agent signings. Well, I don't know how involved necessarily. Maybe he wasn't as like, I'm just doing this by myself. He maybe had a lot of,
The
hey,
GM
go after
wasn't
these
involved
people.
in free agent signings?
You just missed what I just said completely.
That's what you said.
No, I said he is not as like leading the charge. He is taking. The reports are saying that a lot of the free agent targets and who they want to go after are like a short list created by the coaching staff, i.e., Kevin O'Connell, Brian Flores, all of that.
So
that
they're
doesn't
just doing
surprise
his
me.
job for him.
That I'm just saying what reports are saying. Like,
So his job
He
was
should have gotten fired like years ago.
I guess
his job
that's
was
what
as
everything's
easy as their
saying right
offensive
now.
coordinator's job because
That-
he didn't have to do
That
anything
is what
either.
everyone is saying right now.
That is the
So,
thing, and I don't have a lot of experience with these stories because I'm sure, like, when the Giants fire their GM or something like that in a franchise that doesn't impact me as much, I maybe don't pay attention, but I can't remember like a scorched earth. This guy is the cause of all the world's wars.
I think you're
type
being a
of
prisoner of
thing.
the moment. I think that's what you are right now.
I think they're being a prisoner of the moment by being like, everyone in the building wanted Sam Darnold
I feel
except for
like-
Kwesi, and he yelled at all of us and he called us names until we got rid of him. Like, it's weird.
Yeah, I just
It feels very reactionary, and the late firing as soon as the Seahawks make the Super Bowl
Well, yeah.
feels like the ownership panicked, canned him, and then was trying to justify it by leaking a bunch of weird, not that big of a deal just bizarre stories on background. Very strange.
That's fair for you to speculate, but I have there's zero credibility to any of that being like absolute truth. We're not going to know that, but I feel like them announcing that Rob Brzezinski who's the CFO, who's been with the organization for a very long time, will act as GM through the draft, which basically just means that KOC and Brian Flores will be calling the shots during the draft, which I'm very much okay with. Like, if they are going to be picking players that they actually want, and it couldn't hurt from what we've had recently. So if it
couldn't go worse.
it couldn't really go worse. So I am perfectly fine with that.
Okay.
No issues with who will be actually calling the shots in the draft. And I do think that the timing, like I said, is the weirdest thing to me. But that just tells you, I think, clearly relationship soured, and it wasn't. The ownership viewed it was beyond repair, I guess, and is what it is. And that's it. This is what happens when you go out and you hire. I mean, Kwesi, when you hired him, was already viewed. It was an outlier pick because it doesn't come from the conventional background. It's a very Moneyball, way of thinking, is like that kind of school of thought, and it's very analytics forward. And you're kind of. It's a gamble. It could pay off really, really well, or it could not.
I felt like
And
an
it clearly didn't.
anti-Moneyball.
What do you mean?
Like, he didn't pick a bunch of guys that were overlooked by the league. He took a shot on a couple that didn't work.
Okay, that's just I'm just putting out say Moneyball. Like, he clearly comes from an analytics-driven background. That's what Moneyball is.
Okay.
It's an analytics. It's not like old school scouting background. Like, this guy's got the grit. He just got the it factor. Like, that's.
So you're saying you need more old school?
I
You gotta go
feel
back.
like that's what. Well, this is what happens when you see it. I'm curious on seeing who they bring in. Whether that's going to be more of a traditional scouting background, rose up through the ranks of scouting. I'm sure they're going to go, check out the assistant GMs elsewhere and just see what they have. Maybe go look at the Rams front office and see, there's already a connection there. The pipeline with McVay and O'Connell. So go see what their assistant GM's up to and see, hey, do you want to be in the big chair and go from there. So
Okay.
it makes it exciting, I guess, around this time. So good for that. Keep us on our toes. We also filling out our coaching staff. They hired former Miami offensive coordinator Frank Smith as assistant head coach, which replaces Mike Pettin, who retired. Which
Mike Pettin was still on your staff?
he was
That's
was just
fucking bananas.
yeah. Boost to the offense, but specifically for the run game, which is this guy has background in, which gladly will take. Miami.
Jeff Halfley hired Joe Barry.
Oh God. Well,
Which good.
he'll be calling the defense.
I want him on any team that is not.
I would think Jeff.
No, I don't.
Hadley was
It's
so-called.
not as defensive coordinator. It's like linebackers coach or
Okay.
something. My guy is.
All right.
My guy is just a good hang right
Yeah.
now.
Also, the Vikings promoted assistant offensive line coach Keith Carter to offensive line coach to replace Chris Cooper, which I'm very happy that Chris Cooper's gone. They just did not pick up his contract, and I'm glad because you look at Ed Ingram, who is not so good the couple of years that he was here with us, and then he goes to the Texans and immediately is pretty productive or pretty good. Garrett Bradbury, who we had for years. He struggled, and then he goes New England.
I thought
and,
he was like decent.
he was fine, but like he always was like
Dakota
Adam
Dozier,
just doesn't
you know,
like
but-
that he's small.
he was small. He
little
was
T-Rex arms.
No, not small like that. Small weight wise, he was an agile like pulling center, but he was not an anchor center, and that just got blown up.
Pulling center. That's
Yeah,
It's a lot of work.
yeah.
you got a lot of jobs that play.
Yeah.
If you're a
so
pulling
he's just
center.
he was undersized. He's undersized as a center, and that's just fact. And he got destroyed anytime he played like a good defensive tackle. So, but then he's had a great year in New England, and it's like, gee, maybe it could be offensive line. And I'm glad that O'Connell's actually shaken up some of his staff. Except Wes Phillips is still there. I don't know what he actually does, but he's still around.
Okay.
So, yeah, Vikings have been busy. So
Yeah, you're spinning this, but I mean, it's the job. This was
I don't
was
understand
weird.
why you mean I'm spinning it.
Well, you're not like lying about it, but you're going like, well, it keeps us on our toes here. We're gonna see, and I
It does.
feel okay
I'm very
about
happy.
the draft.
I'm very happy with the signings.
Yeah.
and then obviously
But, like,
Kwesi
as-
clearly didn't work out. Like
As someone who had been defending Kwesi and his choices and some of his draft picks for a long time on this show.
I never
feels
said
like
he
we're
was
just cutting
without
bait.
fault. What do you mean?
No, you didn't. No. Don't
He
strawman
is,
me.
he has underperformed in the draft by by a wide margin.
Yeah.
Like that, I have not ever denied.
Okay.
I've never denied that.
Okay.
He's had some really nice picks, a couple, but only a couple, and that's a problem when you're drafting.
Yeah.
4 years.
Is it fair? Two-part question. Is it fair to say J.J. McCarthy killed Kwesi? And
No.
What does this mean for the quarterback position
I think
in
Kwesi
Minnesota?
killed Kwesi.
Okay. With J.J. McCarthy, like people kill people
No,
with
with
guns.
4
Like, it's,
years, with 4 years,
we need J.J.
of
McCarthy control in this country.
very underwhelming, bad
Yeah.
drafts.
But
That's
there's
how he
kind of a
killed.
cherry that might be on top.
J.J. McCarthy's part of that.
Someone in the chat also
EBD.
said J.J. McCarthy didn't take 2 weeks off. He took 1 day.
Yeah,
Maybe
And
J.J.
that went-
McCarthy's a bad dad.
That one,
that's
that
Brucey.
Actually,
yeah.
a bad husband or boyfriend,
and that's
baby
that's
daddy,
honestly
whatever he
huge
is.
because that worked out really well.
he asked permission.
I think Kwesi's just a better father and husband than
Yeah,
J.J.
better
McCarthy
better
is.
How many
better
days- how many
man than
days did you take?
GM.
I took 2 weeks.
Were they right in a row?
No.
You must
No.
hate your company.
They weren't right in a row.
They weren't right in what is
I
that?
didn't have- well, I didn't have
fucking
to.
matter.
They're all
I
over
didn't-
the
it was
place.
Christmas
He
time.
abandoned his child.
I didn't have
he
to
was there,
take-
and then he's like, "All right, I'm out."
I know, because
So-
I got
Back
extra
to work.
days with the holiday.
So with the
days
new
off.
Minnesota law that you can have up to like 6 months of paternity leave.
I don't think that includes him.
No, it does. Every
think it's everyone.
Minnesota worker.
Yeah.
You
so
get-
like,
you
Adam,
get
what's the
12
right
weeks.
amount of paternity leave?
Well, I get 6 weeks at my company,
I do not.
so
Yeah. So you would take 6 weeks.
if I was offered
You'd be
it,
3 times as bad.
Well,
as
aren't you being
Kwesi.
offered it?
I'm not running an NFL team.
What if it was
What
during
is-
the fantasy
what is-
season?
and yeah, what
it
are
was
your
during
clients
it
gonna
was
say about
during
this?
like when he needs to be scouting and like prepping.
What are your
during
clients
his
going to
time.
say about this?
During
Adam?
in season, GMs aren't doing as much. Off season is when their busy season
They're
is.
coming out as anti-paternity right now. You're coming out as anti-child.
I just said I'd take 6 weeks. What do you mean?
Yeah, for you, but you're judging others.
You're saying he can't start a family because
I'm
of
saying,
his job?
I am saying that his standards are a little different.
Okay.
Because of his position that he chose to go into.
He chose to be. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay.
I guess it chose to
Well,
be a father too.
Probably. I don't know.
I
Sometimes.
think.
You don't always
Sometimes
choose.
you just kind of, it happens.
You've been telling everyone that you did choose,
I did choose.
but apparently maybe not now.
No, I did choose, but I'm saying it.
it is
it's
possible,
possible
to
that you
not
don't choose, but it still
yeah.
happens.
Well, it's just
do,
being reckless.
do you guys want to pivot? So there's a couple. I Googled NFL news because we're almost in the off season. This is my favorite time to just Google NFL news. Can I just kind of rattle off what we have?
Sure.
So there's the Giants owner is in the Epstein files.
Great.
There's 3 articles about that.
Nice.
The counterculture halftime show for the people that don't like Bad Bunny for absolutely no reason and nothing that they feel specifically.
Yeah.
They announced who that's going to be, and it is Kid Rock. Shocker.
Wait, what? So this is like an alternate.
This is the Republican halftime show
Where are they having this? Because it's not going
on
to be in the stadium.
internet.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's just gonna be like on like some stage, some remote location.
Yeah.
Just doing a concert.
It doesn't even have a
And
location.
People then have to like turn off the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they have to go to YouTube and
Oh, I
find
thought
it.
it'd be on Fox.
It's on YouTube, X, and Rumble, whatever that is. Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Bryce, and Gabby Barrett.
They all sound country.
Yeah, and
Seen Lee Bryce.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, okay.
It was like 9 years ago.
And then there's two more. There's the Cardinals hiring Mike LaFleur, which we will probably get to.
Yep.
And there is also a Sports Illustrated article that says, quote, "We are a Drake May injury away from Sam Darnold versus Josh Dobbs in the Super Bowl."
Oh,
Jesus.
that's good.
That would suck.
I think if Drake May got hurt, I think the Seahawks, out of like principle, say, "All right, Sam, you're gonna go sit down, put Drew Lock in just for maximum chaos."
Yeah, just for it's
You know what? Clint
it's
Kubiak
sportsmanship.
actually should have to like suit up and go out there.
Yeah.
I think that.
I like
that's what
that.
they should do.
All right, so let's get to the other head coaches now.
Yeah, so we have all 10 head coach openings have been filled, or at least expected to be filled, just barring any weird thing that happens, but we have to wait till after the Super Bowl. So the Cardinals hired Mike LaFleur, who's been the offensive coordinator for the Rams.
For every team in the NFL.
So he is
he has bounced around.
We got two LaFleurs, and he's staying in the NFC West because that Cardinal job looks great.
What if the Packers fired Matt LaFleur and we hired Mike in an alternate timeline? We just
a
swapped out a
trade.
LaFleur. Yeah.
Do it. Trade.
No.
We could trade.
I mean, you do want to
could
you
trade,
do want
yeah.
to get rid of him. You've been
Yeah.
saying it for weeks, Kevin.
Yeah.
I never said that I wanted to get rid of him, but I said I was open to it because
Because you knew his brother was available.
Yeah, his brother. I
Not
mean,
anymore. Not anymore. You missed your chance.
Yeah, we missed our window. It is very interesting, and it makes me
feel like he'll be fired,
feel
don't worry.
like not firing Matt LaFleur. I'm kind of more okay with it, given that like 10 coaches got fired this year.
Yeah.
Most years there's a handful, and you get your pick of candidates, and you're like the best situation. This year, a third of the league fired their coach.
Yeah.
And so, like, you have the Cardinals now that are like, I guess Mike.
Well, the Steelers didn't fire theirs. They mutually agreed to part ways.
Yeah, and they ended up with Mike McCarthy,
Pittsburgh
a
native.
much worse Mike.
He's a Yinzer.
Oh my-
Pittsburgh native.
It's gonna go so poorly.
Kevin, I think you're like that girl that
Yeah.
starts dating someone and then they go meet his family and you're like, damn it, I picked the wrong one.
But with the LaFleurs.
Yeah.
I dated Matt LaFleur for like 6 years.
Yeah.
And then an uglier person started dating Mike, and I was like, ooh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful right there.
The younger model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
you're like,
true.
ooh.
Is he younger?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he's older.
How much younger?
I think he's in his 30s still.
Is Matt LaFleur in his 40s?
Yeah.
God, he's old.
Okay, Mike is 38.
Yeah, I think
and
Matt's like
Matt
42 or 44.
He's 46. He's
Old.
old as shit,
He's
dude.
an old fuck now.
Holy crap.
He's no young buck anymore.
That's crazy.
Shine is all gone, but his
Facial-
eyebrows
Facial hair.
are still pristine. Manicured.
So, what do we have to talk about? We
Uh,
have Mike LaFleur. I don't know anything about Mike.
I mean, he was the Rams OC, so, he
so he didn't do anything.
wasn't calling plays, but now he gets a chance to. I'm assuming he'll call plays for Arizona. They got to figure a lot of stuff out, and they are in probably the worst division to be in. Maybe
The best division.
yeah, maybe, yeah. The AFC West, NFC West are just not fun places to be.
No.
I don't think.
No,
So-
it's tough because I don't think that the Cardinals are quite as bad of a team as their record implies.
No.
But they just get beat up by the other three teams.
I think
the
they
whole
were
year.
they were in a lot of one-score games this year.
Yeah, like
They just
I
were on the
think
wrong
they
side of
also,
like
like,
all of
They're
them.
like the Panthers, but they're like if you switch the Panthers and the Cardinals, I think they have the same season.
They also had a lot of like garbage time, made it look closer than it actually was.
well, they had Jacoby
games.
Brissett threw the ball 75 times in this game.
Trey McBride
type
alone.
of games. Yeah,
yeah, and so
Michael Wilson.
Trey McBride a lot.
yeah. Michael Wilson when Marv isn't on the field,
Is
prime
Calvin-
Jerry Rice.
Yeah, basically. And then the Cleveland Browns hired Todd Monken, which I think that actually it sounded like John Harbaugh was wanting to bring him to be their OC, but that I don't know. I have.
Feels uninspired.
He also Todd Monken also said like he was really excited. He's really excited to work with Shadur. And he was like pounding the table for the Ravens to draft Shadur. Like, last year,
It's weird.
and I'm like,
Why?
what do you mean? I'm
so that
confused.
Lamar would look better by comparison.
But I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and so the Browns thing is weird because they hired Todd Monken. They lost out on some guys that I think reportedly they wanted more than Todd Monken, some more exciting candidates.
Yeah.
Partially because they're the Browns and like who
They're a
fucking
mess.
wants that?
Yeah.
But partially because they said you have to keep Jim Schwartz as your defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And they also interviewed Jim Schwartz for
Jim
the
doesn't
head
like
coach
it.
role.
Jim does not
And
like that he got passed over.
they passed over Jim for Todd Monken, and now Jim is like, "Fuck you guys, I'm out."
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
so
I'm not
he's
gonna
like,
be here.
yeah, so they missed out on better coaches because like we have to keep Jim, and then they pissed off Jim with their actual hire.
Yeah.
And they're gonna lose Jim Schwartz.
Yeah.
I heard they had the hardest like interview process of any of the teams that were looking for a coach this
Like
year.
for the candidates, you're
Yeah.
saying, yeah.
I
It sounds like something they would do.
I just feel like the Browns. Like, if you're a Browns fan,
I feel
you're like
you-
desensitized at
They
this
they
point.
need to
I
bring the
feel-
paper
Feel
bags back.
anything.
I feel like we need to get together and tell Browns fans you don't have to, but like you're allowed to switch.
Yeah.
Like you get like one switch in your life, you know, like
Jim
you're,
Brown
you're
won't roll
raised
over in
a
his
certain
grave.
way.
Yeah.
You can't switch to the Bengals, Steelers, or Ravens.
Yeah.
You can make an NFC switch. Let's
Yeah.
call it that.
Yep.
Any team you want in the NFC, you get one.
You have 28 teams.
Yeah.
You can.
Because dude, if I was a Browns fan, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It would be.
It's
really,
I couldn't
crazy.
imagine being really
really
bad
tough.
for a long time.
No, but like really bad, like, and you're like you're really bad, and then someone just like sprinkles Deshaun Watson on top of it, and like all it's. Yeah, I mean it's.
Well, yeah, it's like bad play
atrocious.
plus bad coaching plus bad front office.
Yeah.
Like there's just
the
no
Holy
upside.
Trinity.
It's bad all around. And then the Las Vegas Raiders are expected to hire Clint Kubiak, offensive coordinator for the Seahawks. I think that's going to be it. It's an interesting hire because, assuming they draft, which they will draft Fernando Mendoza,
Yeah.
they have interesting or exciting young offensive pieces.
It's a better hire than Pete Carroll at age 103.
Is Clint Kubiak the one that always starts out really good in the season and then just
That's Cliff Kingsbury.
oh yeah.
Other
That's
KK.
that's the other alliteration boy. I had to Google Clint. I forgot what he looked like because he was a Vikings assistant OC or something.
He was
like
an
that.
OC for
Yeah.
1 year. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's bounced around a little bit. So like I don't know. I don't think that any of these hires are like hilariously bad.
No.
Except for Mike McCarthy. That one I don't get it. You could have had Brian Flores. Are you telling me that Brian Flores is not a better hire?
I mean, I would.
No,
think
I know
so.
you, but like objectively, if you were in
I don't think you're acknowledging like the
watermelons,
the Pittsburgh native, that type of background.
players don't give a fuck.
Organization, the
Yeah,
owner does.
You know how many players are from
Yeah.
Pittsburgh?
The Rooney family, like they are.
Yeah, but that's-
so like salt of the earth people.
That's
and,
not
like,
going to
that's what Mike
translate
is.
to any success.
They don't. I don't think they care.
Hey, we didn't have a good year, but at least our coach is
They're
a
convinced.
hometown boy.
You know what Mike McCarthy's going to do for them? They're going to win like 9 or 10 games. They're going to get in the playoffs more than they're going to miss, and then they're going to lose. Mike McCarthy got in the playoffs for the Cowboys. Did they win? No.
Yeah,
But like,
Yeah,
it
but
was
their
still
division
success.
was really bad at that point.
yeah.
What is and what it, like this? The whole AFC North is in disarray. Zach Taylor's the longest tenured coach.
I mean, I think the Bengals and the Ravens can make noise in a certain scenario. Like Mike McCarthy is Zach Taylor, just fatter. He's literally just you inflate Zach Taylor, you get Mike McCarthy. You put a fun shirt on him, he
Yeah,
starts
Zach
smashing
Taylor
watermelons.
just smashes grapes.
He smashes like what's a slightly smaller melon? Like a
Cantaloupe?
Like a cantaloupe? Yeah. Yeah. Are you Googling melons right now?
No, I'm googling Mike
Oh.
McCarthy
Why?
because I want.
You know Mike McCarthy.
I do
Google
know Mike
melons.
McCarthy. Yeah, I mean he wins over 60% of his games.
Yeah, he
I
had
mean,
Aaron Rodgers for his entire career.
He won 58% with Dallas.
Yeah. And when he got to Dallas, they were really good, and he slowly made them worse until he was fired. And right before he got
They were
fired,
really good.
he said,
They
"Remember
weren't
that?
good when he got there."
Do you guys remember when Mike McCarthy had a press conference? It was right after he got hired in Dallas, and they were like, "Mike, during the interview, you said that you watched every snap of Dallas on film last year," and he was like, "Yeah, I lied about that."
Like they went, they were like a 500 team before when he came in there.
I do not. Do you think Mike McCarthy's a good head coach?
He took over for Jason Garrett. I don't think he's a bad coach. That's
I
what
think
like
he's a bad coach.
I don't think you can be a bad coach and win over 60% of your games.
I don't think you can be a good coach and only get to the Super Bowl once with Aaron Rodgers in like 15 years.
So it's just Mike's fault.
No, but I'm saying there's a lot of like pieces at play there, but I don't think that Mike that's
You have
why
a lot of hatred for the
that's-
coach that got you your one Super Bowl that you saw in your life.
Nope, I saw the other one.
You were.
I was,
Do you remember it?
yeah, it was great.
No, he does.
It was one.
Don't remember.
No,
shit.
but like that's why I compare him to Zach Taylor too, because Zach Taylor has these successful seasons. Zach Taylor got to a Super Bowl, almost won it against the Rams
Zach Taylor has like one successful season.
because
One.
Joe Burrow's really fucking good. And as soon as Joe Burrow gets hurt, the Bengals suck ass because Zach Taylor can't do anything without Joe Burrow.
Zach Taylor has not. He has won two good years where he's made the playoffs.
Yeah,
He's less than 500%.
because Joe Burrow keeps getting
winner.
hurt.
I just.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think they're the same guy.
He's made the playoffs twice, and then he's missed every other year.
Let's do a 15-shot bet.
Third.
Will Mike McCarthy win a Super Bowl with the Pittsburgh Steelers?
No, I don't think he's going to win the Super Bowl, but Mike
Then
Tomlin.
why are you hiring him?
Because he's a Pittsburgh native. That is
Who
what.
gives a shit?
Like I said, Pittsburgh ownership gives a shit. Clearly.
Yeah, but I'm saying that they're wrong to give a shit. You're arguing that they give a shit. I'm arguing that they're stupid for giving a shit.
You said who gives a shit. I'm telling you who's giving a shit.
Yeah, but they're wrong.
Okay.
Do you think that they're right to give a shit?
If they are happy with the hiring, that's all that matters for them.
I would
not
you're
be
being
happy.
very non-committal right now.
I would not be happy if I was a Steeler fan, but I'm not a Steelers fan. So
So we agree.
I acknowledge that I see the
what have
sense
we been
in the
talking
hiring.
about
I see
this
the sense of
whole-
the hiring. I don't think it's going to be like horrendous.
Okay.
I think he'll just be fine. It's
Okay.
not a needle mover, but I don't think it's a horrendous hiring. It's not the worst of this
I think if
cycle.
you're not hiring someone that you think is going to make you competitive in the postseason, I don't know what
Clearly
you're
they think
doing.
that.
And they're wrong. So we have a podcast, Adam, where we say our opinions into a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
We don't speculate on others' opinions. We say our own.
You did a lot of speculating with the Kwesi news.
Yeah, but that's my opinion on the speculation. Like that's what I'm saying. Also, Kevin O'Connell is from Knoxville, so clearly you're never gonna have success with him because that's not his hometown.
I didn't say the Vikings hired Kevin O'Connell because that's nothing to do with this. It has nothing to do with it.
I had to look up where he's from. I would not have guessed Knoxville. I don't know what I would have guessed. He grew up in San Diego. I feel like
That's
that
right.
makes
He
more
went to
sense.
San Diego State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did note, now that we know all the hirings, 22 out of 32 of the current head coaches come from an offensive background.
Yeah.
Only 9 have a defensive background. 1 has a special teams background, but he does have experience as a position coach on both offense and defense. So
Who is
It's
that?
also kind of
Oh.
we're having a tough moment for the Rooney Rule here because there were 10 head coaching vacancies and one of them went to a guy who's not white.
Robert
Feels
Saleh.
feels like that ratio might be a little suspect.
This is going to be the first Super Bowl in over 50 years between two teams that entered the season with at least 60-1 odds to win the Super Bowl. So that's fun. Underdogs are 5-0 against the spread and 4-1 outright in the past 5 Super Bowls, including 3 straight outright wins. So,
Damn.
there you go. Talk about hot seats. Seahawks, watch out.
Well, and this is one of those things where, I mean, do we all agree that we think we would predict the Seahawks?
This feels like Seattle's
win?
Super Bowl to lose.
Yeah.
It does. Like, they are the number 1 DVOA team at 41.3%, and they just beat the number 2 DVOA team, which is the Rams, at 39.9%. Do you know the gap between the Seahawks and the third team, which is Detroit? What do you think that gap is?
So what was the Seahawks?
The Seahawks are at 41.3%. The second team is at 39.9%. So really, really close.
So this is overall. This is all 3 phases.
yes,
Okay.
overall. Overall DVOA.
29.2.
I'm gonna say it's less than that. So I'm gonna say like 29.1. I'll price right you on that one.
Yeah, so it's the gap between them and the number 3 team, which is Detroit, is 19.8%, and
Yeah.
that basically is the same gap as 3-16.
Yeah.
Which is 19%, which is the Bears, by the way.
Yeah, there's the head and shoulders above like the crowd. Yeah, shout out. That was a nice little ricochet shot at the Bears right there. I like that a lot.
Top half.
They're 2 spots better than the Vikings were this year, so
Yeah.
whatever. But I
Probably,
just know
probably
that,
behind the Packers. We shouldn't play the games. We should just do DVOA.
yeah,
How do you
who?
get DVOA if you don't play the game?
You just look at
Kevin?
last year.
Peter Bukowski would cream himself. he loves DVOA.
Dude, I tried to find the Bukowski tweet about like delete this shit now or I'm gonna call my lawyers today for a
People
bit
that
at work.
quoted that, yeah.
Dude, I know I couldn't find it though. It's like
Oh.
gone from the internet.
I bet I can find it. Pretty
Pisses
quick.
me off. I was at work googling like Peter Bukowski delete this tweet and I wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, Seahawks, this is their game to lose, like you said. This is where if you're like the Patriots are not a bad team.
No.
So
They're-
I don't.
they're number
I,
9.
This is never.
DVOA.
Yeah, this isn't one of those
And that
Super
takes
Bowls.
into account like strength of schedule, like
Yeah.
the opponents they're playing. So they're still a good team.
Yeah, this isn't one of those Super Bowls where it's like there's no shot the Patriots can win. They definitely can.
Yeah.
But I find it hard to believe that they have like I'm not giving them a favor here, and I'm not. I am in the camp that they have had an easy run this year that has made them look better than they are. I think the AFC in general kind of shit its pants this year,
Yeah.
and the Patriots are here, and I think Drake May is the future, and he's going to be a good quarterback going forward. But I don't see this team as like a juggernaut. This isn't. Like,
yeah.
This isn't Brady 2.0.
No, and like Seattle's been on a different level, especially in the second half of this season. I would be curious to see what like the DVOA numbers would look like if it was just the playoffs, because the defense obviously has been what's carried both teams. Honestly, like now the offense, Sam Darnold had a great game last game, but like before that, like the defense they just destroyed in the wild card round or the divisional round, and then the Patriots defense has been unbelievable while the offense has been lacking. So I would be curious to see what that if it was just for the playoffs. Both teams have only lost 3 times. How many total points do you think the Seahawks have lost by combined in those 3 losses?
So I know one of them was by 2.
That's huge. That's 1/3 of it. Do you know the other 2?
I don't know who they lost to besides the Rams.
So we got 2. I'm gonna say like 5.
9 points.
Okay.
9 total points are in those 3 games. Where on the flip side, the Patriots, I think it's like 18, 17. So not, no, it is 18. So that's actually kind of fun, twice as much. But so that's still, I mean, they, like you said, both these teams have been very, very solid. Now, granted, the strength of schedule is a little different. I think if the Patriots do want to have a real chance, though, in this one, they need a lot more from May and their offense. Like it's just been, the story all playoffs.
They got the wide receiver core, like I said last week. That is, they got the Packers-esque wide receiver core, derogatory, because Diggs is not completely washed by any means.
Yeah.
But he isn't really. It doesn't feel like he's capable of like taking over.
No,
he is a route runner, possession receiver. Good hands. He can make a crazy catch, but he's not like destroying you 30 yards down the field.
Yeah.
So they have like all the pieces of a great receiver, but they split them up into like 6 guys.
Yeah.
And it's hard to think that Seattle's not going to be able to deal with that with the secondary that they have.
Yeah, and like that's the thing too. Like this whole playoffs, we've seen pretty much just Ramondre Stevenson. Like they need to involve Travion.
They were keeping Travion in weight.
They have to have him involved. Like if he's not, and they lose this game, I just like what's the point of drafting him? I don't understand, especially like the high capital you spent.
Yeah.
How
many touchdowns does Travion need in this game for you to keep him next year in fantasy?
I don't think I'll be doing that, but just based on
what if he got like 6 touchdowns?
If Ramondre Stevenson was guaranteed not to be on the team, that's
what if Ramondre Stevenson died?
It's a different story.
Okay, so that's what we need.
So
that's what we're cheering for.
Not necessarily cheering. I wouldn't cheer for it.
That was a test, and you passed.
Yeah, I wouldn't be cheering for that. But would I would it be a total loss?
Would it be the worst in the world?
Would it be there are worse things going on in the world.
Would I sleep that night?
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably. But, would it make a decision later this year easier? Possibly.
Oh, my gosh.
So they cannot just plow Stevenson into the line of scrimmage and hope for something to happen because Seattle has the best run defense in the league. They need to get creative with how they're going to run because they can't just generic runs. They have to, whether that's involving swing passes, screens, just different ways to get the running backs moving out of the backfield and just spreading out the defense. They can't just let Seattle. I mean, Leonard Williams is going to eat them up. I can't. I don't know. Josh McDaniels, if you do that again, like you did basically all playoffs, you have no one to blame but yourself.
Well, because the Seahawks defense is predicated on getting pressure with the front four.
Yeah.
They're really, really good at that without bringing extra guys.
They typically don't miss tackles. Like they tackle really well. They missed a lot more in the conference championship game, and like that was kind of odd to see. But like I just there's weapons on the Rams that I understand that they're going to miss some tackles, whereas the Patriots don't have the same skill position players.
No.
So I don't know. They need on defense though, like they need to find a way to not let Darnold get into a rhythm early because I fully expect Clint Kubiak, like we saw in the Rams and all that, to dial up numerous easy completions to JSN with Walker heavily involved. Like you're probably in the first couple drives. Like Walker, I think in the Rams game had like 15 touches on the first like couple possessions.
It was
nuts.
It was like some of those games where like Matt LaFleur goes, "We're going to give the ball to Josh Jacobs."
Yes.
9 of the next 10 plays,
and then he kind of petered off for a while.
Except he's faster than Josh Jacobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
You just know Clint's going to do that to get the offense rolling. So it's been going into every game we've talked about with Seattle. You need to withstand their first round with them. Like you're going to get punched in the mouth. They're going to try to do that, but like you cannot crumble like the Niners did. The Rams, fought back. They hung in there. Now, granted, they, came up short, but I feel like the Seahawks are going to do everything they can to lull the Patriots to sleep a little bit with like, JSN Walker, and then they're just going to wait to hit Shaheed with a deep shot.
Yeah.
Just feels like they're just
there will be maybe that would be a good shot bet for like over under like Shaheed 20+ yard
plays.
pass. Yeah.
Are
Yeah,
you
call it
talking
plays
completions
because they
or
do like end
attempts?
arounds to him too. No, we're talking like it has to be converted.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Can't just be an
maybe
attempt.
I would even put the line at like 1.5. I feel like we have a huge Paul Allen message, and I want to go on the record. Paul Allen sucks. I've always said this. He sucks more now that he's like talking shit about protests and stuff.
That's a lot.
And he's also, I think he's like pushing his religious stuff.
Congrats,
too.
or I'm sorry if that happened. Whatever.
No, Paul Allen sucks, and
I enjoy watching him get mad.
No, that's the thing is like I only like Paul Allen when Paul Allen is not doing what he wants to be doing. I've never seen Paul Allen's day go according to plan and been like.
I always liked
yes.
him as a play-by-play. Like when he would get a call preseason games, like that's fun just because he's very animated. He's obviously very for the Vikings. He's a play-by-play for the Vikings.
Yeah.
So like it's entertaining to listen to. His like 9 to noon radio show, not really the biggest fan of. Like I feel like he gets very preachy and very soapboxy, and I'm like, okay, I like him for the game aspect, but other than that, eh.
Yeah, he's also a huge asshole. So
Yeah, so I think it's cliche to say, but this game is gonna be decided by turnovers. Like this is what both their defenses.
I feel like the only
thrive on.
thing that can go wrong for the Seahawks, I feel like, is Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Darnold's been
And
great.
I don't think
in the
he
playoffs.
will.
No,
But
he's been great in the playoffs, and he's protected the ball. But
They need him to see ghosts.
Yeah,
Maybe they should all dress up as ghosts going into the stadium.
Well, the Patriots are wearing their white uniforms.
Don't do that, Dustin. Don't do that.
Patriots are wearing their white uniforms.
If you do that, you have to watch the other halftime show, and that's a problem because they
Yeah.
can't even get YouTube in the locker room. But so I mean, this Sam Darnold. If you were, I don't think that I don't want this to come across as Sam Darnold like slander because I'm not trying to like roast Sam Darnold and say that like he's succeeding. They're succeeding in spite of him. But when you take a look at like the structural integrity of all the different beams that make up the Seahawks, he is the weakest one.
Yeah, last game or against the Rams was the first game pretty much in the second half of this year that he's kind of been asked to carry the load, so to speak, or really, perform, like high end perform, because like the defense has been unbelievable. I actually do have I saw his splits from this past season, weeks 1 through 9.
Yeah.
He completed 70.4% of his passes, 9.6 yards per attempt, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, only sacked 9 times. Weeks 10 through 18, 65.5% of his passes, 7.5 yards per attempt, only 9 touchdowns with 9 interceptions, and sacked 18 times. He leads all players in the NFL with 20 turnovers this year. So, like...
Is that true?
Yeah. He leads all players in the NFL in turnovers. So, it's not crazy to say, like, everyone just kind of waiting for the clock to strike midnight on Sam Darnold. Now, he's been great, and it's the only way the Patriots are going to win. They have to pick him off or force him to cough up the football at least 2 times, I feel like. I don't know.
How many turnovers would Sam Darnold need to have for the Vikings to rehire Kwesi?
I don't think the limit exists.
But if he had like 7, you think they're calling him and going like, "Hey, buddy,
no,
we're sorry."
I don't think so. No, I don't.
You can take as much paternity leave as you want.
I don't think it's no, that limit does not exist.
Okay. So I guess in this game, what do we want to do? We want to do 2 shot bets.
So I feel like it makes the most sense if we talked about turnovers and May, who did not turn over the ball a whole lot in the regular season, but he has done so
he
a lot in
fumbled
the
a
playoffs.
Fuckload against the Texans.
He's turned over the ball 5-6 times in the playoffs. Darnold has not turned over the ball in the playoffs. Who will have more turnovers, May or Darnold?
I could get behind that.
That both defenses, I think, thrive on that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and it's
both defenses are good too. Like the Patriots' defense isn't bad.
Yeah. Very opportunistic.
Okay, I guess I could go either way on this. Where are you guys?
I'm going to say Darnold has more turnovers because that's what I want to see because I need to win this bet.
Why do you need to win the bet?
Because he doesn't want to do one shot of Malort, I guess.
Because it's bragging rights, Kevin.
Okay. I thought
I know you can't think about what the benefits of winning this are because you're eliminated.
Yeah, I have 29 shots this season.
Yeah, what is the shot count at?
You're at 22. Dustin's at 23. I am at 20. Dude, the last time at Heartbreak fucked me.
All right. That makes it easy. Then I'm going to go with Darnold to have more, too.
Oh,
okay. I'll take May then. I don't care.
Well, and also it makes sense for the brand because, I was a big May guy in the draft.
It's crazy. You're both taking Darnold.
We'll have more?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the clock to strike midnight.
Okay. Pumpkin watch.
And then the other one.
Weird. I did that last year, and I got called an asshole on this program for doing that.
So the other one we could do is just who wins, just outright. Because Dustin does need the Patriots, so he has to go with the Patriots.
Yep. I'll stick with him. Made that pick 5 weeks ago.
See, because I had a thought that we could do which team has the funniest touchdown. I feel like in the Super Bowl, there's always like one touchdown that's like the 8th tight end that no one saw coming. So we could do like the most unexpected touchdown. We can just do.
Because we could do that based on the betting odds of any time touchdown.
That's true. Actually, we could even quantify it. I was just going to go qualitative and be like, oh, if it would
be pretty easy to tell. Like Cooper Kupp catching one over like. Mac Hollins.
Yeah.
Mac Hollins clearly.
Yeah, like if Mac Hollins catches a touchdown, that would probably.
Is Mac Hollins or Bobo a weirder touchdown scorer?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
I think Bobo. Well, Bobo just caught one. But Mac Hollins
only
technically is the receiver.
Yeah, but Mac Hollins has like 3 catches.
Technically the receiver too.
Yeah. So do we want to do that or do we want to do money line?
I like that.
Okay, so
like
most unlikely, let's call it touchdown. And again, I could go either way. So what do you guys want to do?
Are we just picking what team?
Yeah, like which team has the guy?
Yeah, not picking a player.
Yeah, so like if the Seahawks score and they got Kenneth Walker and JSN, and then the Patriots have like
anyone
Diggs
else?
And like Mac Hollins, then the Patriots would take it.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll take the Patriots.
Okay. Remember the Seahawks RB2 is like I don't even know.
Alani?
Sure.
Ilani?
Yeah. and they hate giving Kenneth Walker the ball on
They
the goal
do
line.
hate giving Kenneth Walker the ball on the goal line.
Yeah, I don't know why they would do that. It's not like that came to bite him in the ass at some point.
No, against the Patriots.
It didn't. They
Well, not Ken Walker, but their running back.
George
Yeah.
Halani is his name.
George, yeah, everybody knows George.
Or what if a guy named Derek Young caught it?
Derek Young would be hard to beat, I think.
That
That would be
Nick
Is it
Callerup.
Derek? Is it Derek Young?
Derek.
I don't know.
So
That's a weird way.
Adam, who are you taking?
I'll,
Dustin's taking Pats.
yeah. Well,
Are you just gonna trail?
Yeah. I'm
Dustin, you gotta stop saying shit.
Pats.
right, I'm
'cause you
switching
can't
mine
catch.
then.
I'm gonna switch
Here's-
the. Which one are you switching to?
I'm getting the last say.
Oh, I don't think you
Yeah,
did.
Adam.
I
you,
think,
you
Adam,
have
I
to
think
lock
just
in
the
first.
spirit
You have to
of
lock in
competition,
first. Yeah.
you should pick.
You should have done better in the season.
You should lock in first.
I think I did the best in
No,
Hammered Heartbreaks.
Well, so wait.
Doesn't matter.
What is
That's worse.
What's
then.
going on with the bracket? You have to win.
He if the Patriots
still
win, he wins
Okay.
it. So there's
so
already gonna
yeah.
be
So
one
he.
that can
Let's
happen.
say you got to trail him on the first one. You have to lock in first right now. Which one do you want?
I'll go with the Seahawks.
Okay.
All right, I'll take the Patriots.
I will. I'm gonna also take the Seahawks. So Dustin takes the Pats. All right. Beautiful. Are we gonna do a line?
Yes.
All right, Dustin.
I believe my team won.
Your team won the last time we played, so yeah, sure, you go first.
Seahawks. Three and a half.
Give me Seahawks 3. I don't know.
All right. So it opened at Seahawks minus 3.5.
Hmm.
It's now Seahawks minus 4.5.
Yeah,
Let's
fuck.
go.
Yeah.
I wanted to say 2.5, but I'm glad I didn't.
All right. Over under on this one. I'm gonna put this at a nice 45.5.
Oh, this is tough.
It is.
I mean, it's God. The defenses are really good, but what does Vegas think people are gonna think is gonna happen?
What do they
That's
think?
the thing.
They-
It's
they- yeah,
you gotta
they
think of
don't-
how Vegas is
they
thinking
don't
that people
know
are
that
gonna
we
vote.
know that they
Get
know.
inside the mind of
Yeah.
You said
Vegas.
45 and a half?
45.
You
and
said
a
40.
half.
Okay.
Yeah. And a half.
Fuck it. It's the Super Bowl 46.
Ding, ding, ding. So it started at 46.5. It's 45.5.
Let's go.
Didn't even have a chance.
I was gonna say it before, and I was like, "This does not count as a sweep because it's only one game, and you can't sweep a game."
You
But
can.
then I was like, "Well, it's two
This
parts."
would have been a sweep.
Yeah, well, whatever. Doesn't matter.
All right. Official predictions. What do we have for scores here?
Oh, we're doing like scores.
Yeah.
Give me like 30.
Whoa.
Yeah, defense is good, but like it's a Super Bowl, man. I'm not gonna.
All right.
I hate low scoring Super Bowls.
Okay.
Give me 31-24.
Oh. I'm going to go.
Seahawks, in case that wasn't clear.
Okay.
I'm going to go 27-24 Pats. And the Seahawks are going to have a chance at the end, and they're not going to be able to convert.
Ooh. Is it gonna
okay.
is gonna be an interception by Darnold?
Hopefully.
Sack fumble. That would probably be the most like.
No, it's gonna be a fumble by Jake Bobo.
Oh. Oh no.
All right, Adam.
I'm going 27-20 Seahawks.
One score games.
Yeah, I do have. Well, I feel kind of, it's close. But Paige's prediction, she said, and I quote, Seahawks will win. Won't be super close.
Oh,
Maybe it will be closer than I think it will be. Wants it to be higher scoring. 24-21 Seahawks.
it's not that high scoring.
That's the under. That's the under. That's the under.
It was a roller coaster. She did. I did ask what she thinks the over under was, and when I told her, I said it was 45.5, and she was
Paige is
like,
a big
right
gambler, right?
there. Yeah, big
Yeah.
time. Big time.
That's huge.
Yep. Okay, so we have the shot bets of who will have more turnovers. May or Darnold.
Yep, and then the most unlikely touchdown.
Most unlikely
which
touchdown.
we might have to like look at lines after the fact if it's like two weird dudes caught
Yeah,
a
if it
touchdown.
is two
but
weird dudes. Otherwise, it's feel like it's being pretty.
maybe it's a push, and then we just everybody gets a shot.
Maybe.
If it's like three, if it's two guys that are the third string running back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if
Yeah.
there's no touchdowns?
My God.
Then it's a push. Then it's got to be a push.
All three of you
Yeah.
take one?
If it's 6-3, I think we're gonna need a shot.
15-9.
No, 11. There's a safety in there.
15-11.
It's 30. they never don't score, but they never get in the end zone.
10 possessions. 10
there's a
Mevis.
field goal.
Mevis going. Or wait, no, he's Rams.
on the
Yeah, wait,
Rams.
who's the Seahawks
Jason
quarterback?
Myers.
Jason Myers.
Myers. He's not fat.
No.
Damn it.
There's an extra point returned for a
Oh
touchdown.
my gosh. My God. Okay.
Which team will get the most safeties?
I mean, I did see, like, everyone is picking the Seahawks.
Yeah,
That's where I'm like,
I feel like this happens a lot,
yeah.
and it's like it's not wrong to pick the Seahawks.
I mean,
but
yeah.
it's wrong to say that the Pats have no chance.
I picked the Seahawks to win, but I have a weird feeling that the Patriots are going to
You think that Tom Brady voodoo is going to come back?
I kind of do.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like
I saw someone, it was Brett Coleman, I think, drawing parallels between this and Brady's first Super Bowl where they played the Rams, who were a juggernaut, and nobody gave the Pats a shot. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels there's something in the air. And like everyone was always hating, like, like oh, the Chiefs, like, thank God the Chiefs aren't going to make the playoffs, and it's like,
I still like that.
do you remember not so long ago before like what it was?
They
It
don't.
was-
They're 12.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
the Patriots every year basically, and well, we might be back.
I, for one, choose to believe that we are in an era where maybe we just get a variety of AFC teams instead of like the same one 8 times.
Yeah,
I would love a Ravens next year or a Bills. It'd be great.
We're not going to get a bill with Joe Brady.
A Texans, CJ Stroud. He's going to turn it around.
Yeah.
Davis Mills, maybe.
Oh, good
Who's
God.
to say?
Yeah. Yeah. He. I think he won more games than he lost.
I think
as a
Davis
starter.
Mills with that defense would be maybe better.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yes. He wouldn't do like the Looney Tunes dumb plays. That's
Yeah, just throw it straight up in the air and yell 500.
Yeah. That goes like doesn't even get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's going to do it here. Thanks for listening to our episode of 10K TV presented by 10,000 Takes. Go to their website at 10ktakesmn.com. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. If you just search 10K Takes, you can also find us on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at Status Goal 10K, where we post links to our episode each week, as well as clips from the episode, highlights, reactions, memes, news for the Vikings, Packers, Bears, as well as the NFC North and NFL in general. If it's big enough, we are officially on to the Super Bowl. We have one more game to recap, which we'll be back next week to do, and then we'll be shifting to our off-season schedule. But I know content is still going to be ramping up. I know the guys are planning on doing a whole bunch of Olympic content for the men and women hockey teams.
Yeah.
I believe the first one, the plan is on Saturday morning to stream that. So if you
That's the beauty of being on the main channel now, is that,
Content doesn't
before
stop.
when we were the only item on the menu, it was
Yeah.
kind of like, all right, Super Bowl, what the fuck do we talk about now?
yeah.
You know, like,
yeah, and so like we'll be
nice.
back and we'll talk about it. And then obviously in the off season, we'll recap any late big news that will happen. We're trying to try to keep in every other week kind of cadence just to keep, because the NFL, it's NFL's still king, and then we got the draft quickly approaching, and
So quickly, some of us can't even get a GM to do it.
yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
we're just gonna have we'll just wait. We don't need them.
You guys just auto draft.
Yeah, we don't need them.
Worked for Gabe.
We'll just have we the auto draft of us. Yeah, and it sure did until it didn't. But
Just between.
So does that mean
just
they're
between
gonna
the three of us,
sit
I
there and
thought
we're gonna have to watch the timer go down all the way to 0, and
gonna
then it'll be
keep-
We're
like,
gonna do that anyway.
he's gonna definitely just have Achan and McBride. So
Yeah.
that's tight.
No one can ever say we screwed over our friend.
No,
No,
no, we actually changed it so he could keep Achan instead of Josh Jacobs. So
that's true.
yeah, don't say we never did you anything, Gabe.
Gabe,
All right.
you jerk.
That's going to do it. I've been your host, Adam Oz, joined always by my co-host, Kevin Holm, producer Dustin Luco, producer Ryan. Kevin, final words.
Shout out Kwesi.